This article is brought to you by Jackie Peanuts. If you'd rather be reading this, please check it out over at PGstats.com. Call it El Diablo, call it the Zombair, call it whatever you want. Rob's backair was lighting foes up all weekend at the Smash World Tour Championships courtesy of Zomba, the New York player who made a run all the way from the last chance qualifier on Friday to a 4th place finish on Sunday. The best run we've seen from a Rob since major competitive play returned at Riptide in September 2021. Zomba's flawless run through the LCQ, culminating with a win over top seed Luis, was strong, as was his run through the World Championships pools phase, which included wins over Riddles, Tarek, and Bry AV. But what made this a breakout run for Zomba, one beyond even his 5th place just a couple weeks prior to the World Championships at CEO 2021, was his run through losers bracket. After falling to Cosmos 3-2 in winners quarterfinals, Zomba went on one of the clutchest runs you'll see, winning consecutive 5-game sets over Shuton, Ken, and Cola. That's a trio that includes 2 players who have previously been ranked top 20 in the world in Shuton and Ken, and one who has played like a top 10 player since the return of majors in Cola. Rob is a character known for an arsenal full of incredibly strong moves. The gyro and laser, 2 of Ultimate's strongest zoning tools, especially when used in tandem, the 3-frame down tilt, and absurd boxing option on a character built to zone, the neutral air, the get out of disadvantage free card, the side B, one of the moves most responsible for robbery in the entire game. But the move that defined Zomba's run through 3 of Smash's best players was none of these. The soul leader was the Zombair, taking 10 stocks in the 15 games of Zomba's losers run. So let's talk about Rob's backair. It's a strong move, especially if you hit the good hitbox on the base, which deals 18% damage when fresh. As Ken found out, it can kill at the ledge as early as 60%, and earlier than that if you hit the move off stage. It has the knockback growth to become a legitimate kill option from center stage fairly early as well, especially against lighter characters like Olimar and Sonic, but first you have to hit it. It's a very slow move. There are 445 aerials with startup data in the game. Only 7 have a slower startup than Rob's frame 19 backair, and only 3 others have an equal 19 frame startup. Of the 445 moves in the game, 434 of them are faster than Rob's backair. Now, a lot of the remaining 11, like Rob's backair, are fantastic moves. Nobody who's been backthrown by a Rob in a high pressure situation would deny the strength of his frame 20 down air, for example, nor would anybody who has played against a Shulk spacing his frame 19 back air deny the strength of that move. Nobody who has played against a Mega Man would deny the fear caused by the 23 frame but potentially plus on shield down air. But these are moves that are great in part because they present a great threat even when they don't hit, usually because of an auto cancel window, shield pressure, or simply a ridiculously strong reward that forces an action out of an opponent. And then there's Gunner's down air. We can all be winners. Rob's backair, meanwhile, has just about every bit of utility you could ask for. It deals enormous shield damage and is safe enough to be used as a spacing tool. It has minimal end lag for its power and utility at 13 frames. And most importantly, it has immense movement capability and the ability to vary that movement, allowing Rob to either outspace you or cross you up depending on how they play it, while also making it critical to his recovery. It's critical to understand this utility, all of the things that make Rob's backair useful even when it's not hitting, to understand why the Zombair was so effective at the World Championships. Early in these sets, that backair was not hitting. Zomba whiffed the backair 25 times across the 3 game ones in his losers run, hitting just twice, a 7.4% hit rate. Opponents would be at the ledge or stuck on a platform, and Zomba would look for the backair. They would either wait patiently enough or be just aggressive enough to find their way through whatever trap he would set. But as the games proceeded, Zomba's accuracy increased. A test of melee player reaction times at Smash Summit 12 found that many could visually react to a frame 12 or 13 move. Even with the input lag presented by Smash Ultimate, that makes Rob's frame 19 backair reactable for many opponents, whether by shield or by throwing out a quicker option, as happened quite often in his set against Shuton, where purple Pikmin after purple Pikmin interrupted backair after backair. Zomba didn't hit a single backair through the first 4 games against Shuton. He just couldn't find a way to get 19 frames of unharassed time near Olimar and was routinely shut out by the purples in particular. But in Game 5, after 15 whiffs in the first 4 games, Zomba finally caught Shuton near the ledge, leading to a side B kill. And then, to close the set, Zomba hit an ambiguous cross-up backair just as Shuton was attempting to up smash to take the set. This theme, a steady stream of whiffs until the opponent broke down as the set progressed, with nearly every backair that hit being a hit of significance, would continue throughout the losers run. Again, it was all whiffs in game 1 as Ken played it safe and used Sonic speed to stay out of back air range. But slowly but surely, Zomba found ways to challenge Ken's return to stage or his attempts to hold positioning on platforms. His hit rate of 24% may not look impressive, but considering 5 of the 6 back airs Zomba hit managed to take a stock, it was unquestionably a successful set for the Zombair. But the real reason Rob's back air will now always be known as El Diablo was the final win of the night for Zomba, a 3rd straight Game 5 victory, this time over Cola. Unlike Olimar or Sonic, Roy doesn't have the ability to harass Rob from across the stage. Instead, the onus is on Roy to get in, and Rob's back air suddenly becomes an imposing wall, both in neutral and doubly so when Roy is forced off stage. As in the set against Ken, Zomba connected 5 back airs for KOs against Cola, including the final 2 KOs in Game 5. Despite Roy's excellent frame data and Cola's terrific reactions, Zomba was able to connect the 19-frame back air 44% of the time in this set, and with some of these hits, even though they didn't directly KO, they formed the opening that made it possible. Rob's back air, especially in the context of his kit, is an incredible move. You tried to parry neutral air? Hold this back air. You tried to jump over laser for a gyro off stage? Hold this back air. You tried to mash out of the shield pressure presented by down tilt and neutral air? Hold this back air. The fact that it can do so much and play off of Rob's other moves in so many situations means that it's inevitable that more are going to hit as games progress. But nobody had quite used it to this degree, especially against top players who have shown time and time again that they know how to deal with Rob, one of the scourges of the post-quarantine metagame. Zomba's ability to adapt and find ways to use El Diablo, even against players and characters well suited to deal with it, was tremendous this past weekend, delivering the best performance we've seen from a Rob in 2021, a year full of big runs from the big robot. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, please check out PGstats.com and follow us for more information. This has been Turned Down for Walt. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.